Hi, I'm here with Scott Furlong, a partner and global lead for business advisory services with ISG. Scott, thank you so much for joining me here at SSOW. Has it been a successful show for you so far?
Yeah, it's been great.
With respect to automation, what do you find are the most important things that your clients focus on, especially in the beginning of their automation journey?
We've helped over the last, say, 4 years and 4.5 years, we've helped 130 clients on an automation journey. And, you know, I think the most important thing actually is setting expectations in the beginning, right?
Yeah,
because,
I would agree wholeheartedly.
Because and I'm not going to pick on any, particular software vendors, but the vendors really, they sit there and they make statements like, bots don't take vacations, they don't take coffee breaks, they work 24/7.
24 hours a day.
Well, the reality is that they do break. They don't take smoke breaks, but they break, okay? So you have to manage the digital labor force as, in many ways, the same way you manage a human labor force.
Yeah.
And, what we've also found is that setting the expectation and change management that goes along with this is really critical. Because a lot of times, we were done a disservice by calling it robotic process automation, because when people hear robot, they automatically think of Terminator 3, or if you're an old guy like me, HAL 2000, right?
Okay.
Taking over the world, right?
Sure.
And the reality is that what we found is that the employee engagement and the employee satisfaction and the employee experience improves with automation, because we're automating things that they don't really like to do, right? They're routine, they're it's rudimentary, the same thing over and over.
I can't automate the fun stuff. I can only automate the mind-numbing, soul-crushing, head-banging up against the wall stuff that you'd have to do every day. And let me take that off your hands so that you can be free to do other things.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's the same thing with, if you think about, the closing process, right? Yeah. Everybody wants to close their books faster, right? Well, the reason is not because, it's a regulatory issue, right? Yeah. It's that, what happens is that if we have a 5-day close, then, our accountants and our chief accounting officer is working right up to that deadline, just getting the books closed and making sure that all the accounts are reconciled, et cetera. Yeah. There's no time for analysis, right? Yeah. But if you can get them closed in 3 days and you still have a 5-day window, now you got 2 full days to analyze the variances and to add value to the company, whereas before you were just cranking it out, right?
If we do that introduction properly, if we're coming in and making these grand statements about savings and FTEs and all of these things, then people start to get scared of the apocalypse. But if we're coming in saying, listen, I want to get machines to do what machines can uniquely do well, and leave humans to do the things that humans can uniquely do well, then people get on board a lot easier and they stay on board. Yeah. Well, Scott, thank you so much for joining us here. I really appreciate you taking the time. This has been a wonderful discussion.
Great.
Appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Pleasure to be